Hey, numerologist community, and welcome back to another episode of the full and new moon series that I do every other week with Kelly Fox. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Rose.
Now, today we are going to be talking about the full moon and lunar eclipse in Gemini on the 30th of November. So what's this one got in store for us, Kelly?
Wow, you know what, Rose? I'd love to share my screen if that's okay.
Sure, absolutely.
So we've got a lunar eclipse in Gemini. So this kicks off the eclipse season, the first lunar eclipse of the eclipse season, the lunar eclipse in Gemini. And of course, 2 weeks later on December 14th, we'll have the solar eclipse in Sagittarius. And this is the final eclipse season of 2020. And what it means is a lunar eclipse is a supercharged full moon. So we've got the sun in Sagittarius and the moon in Gemini. So it's the sun and moon opposite each other, and the earth is in the middle here. So it's like a push-pull or a tug of war. And so the moon in Gemini is a clever, witty, quick, funny, sociable energy. But because it is in not just a full moon, but a supercharged full moon lunar eclipse, it really amplifies or exacerbates these Gemini themes. So the things that are going to be happening for the collective will be social media and the media. Also transportation. So if we look to current events and the news, we will see that these things are highlighted more than usual. And so what it tells us is that there's this push-pull between the media and social media and people's opinions. Gemini also rules gossip, compared to, Sun in Sagittarius, which is about, academia or learned things that come about through learning in a structured way. Sagittarius is the ruler of foreign countries, foreign places. It's also teaching and learning. It can also be, on the shadow side, very dogmatic and thinking that our opinion is the only opinion. So the good news is, though, that this full moon lunar eclipse doesn't hook into any other planets, adding extra complication. And it's very much about, because they're immutable signs, the mutable signs are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, that there is room to change and improve and grow and adapt. And of course, that's what we need this year. So this lunar eclipse kicks off the season of giant change. So 2020, of course, has been a year of change. So as you know, we've been looking to the start of this lunar eclipse, which is just the beginning of giant changes and milestones ready for 2021. So the lunar eclipse is the first major event that happens. As I said, the next one will be the solar eclipse on December 14th. And then that same week, December 14th, we've got Jupiter and Saturn changing signs into Aquarius, as well as Venus in Sagittarius as well. There are giant changes that we are right here now ready to move into and move beyond. So what we need to do with this lunar eclipse in mutable signs is to be adaptable and flexible. And that's what we've all proven to be. The collective this year is, as hard as it's been, adaptable and flexible. So that's what these energies are showing. And, with this lunar eclipse, we've got communication planet Mercury in Scorpio. It is just about to move into Sagittarius as well. So that's another indicator or another sign that a truth will be revealed. And it's going to be revealed at this time of the lunar eclipse, because the lunar eclipse is not just about intensity or a supercharged full moon. It's a culmination of something. It's something has reached the peak, and that's being in our personal lives or out there globally. It's like something reaches a peak at this time through communication or through gossip or innuendo. So it's up to us with that sun in Sagittarius to get to the bottom of something. And so with Mercury in the final degrees of Scorpio, which is the truth seeker or digging till you get to the truth, something will definitely come about.
Wow, okay. So during this time, we often talk about, rather than just individual full and new moons and the lunar eclipse and solar eclipse, we talk about the eclipse season. So do we have to be mindful of those themes throughout the whole time, or is it just on these specific sort of lunar events?
It all depends on where the eclipse falls in your natal chart. So basically, if the eclipse was exactly on a planet or point in your natal chart, the theme would continue for you for days, weeks, and months after. It just really depends. But, taking a step back and looking at eclipses and reading eclipses from a collective or a global point of view, current events, it really is of the season and what unfolds around that season. And the season meaning not just this current period, but through next eclipse season, which will be in another 6 months. So really, it's a forecasting technique for astrologers over a 6-month period.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Now, I always do this to you, but just put you on the spot. If you could sum up this full moon in one word, what would it be?
Communication. I actually wanted to say gossip, but I thought, no, that sounds too negative. I think I'll just use the word communication.
Okay, perfect. And actually, it's funny you should say gossip, because I was listening to someone the other day and they were talking about positive gossiping. So maybe that could be included as well. It's talking about people or situations behind their back, but in a nice way. So maybe we could implement that into this full moon.
I like that. Positive gossiping. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
the word gossip really does have negative connotations. So I'm wondering if there's any other word that could be used. Sometimes it's hard to shake that reputation of a word.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe it's more about communication, but on a careful and wary kind of track. All right, awesome, Kelli.
Exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
So
Rose.
next time we're going to be talking about the new moon and solar eclipse in, what is it in? It's in
Sag.
Sagittarius on the
Yep.
13th and 14th. So until next time, we'll see you then.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for more readings and forecasts every single week. Head to the description now for your free numerology reading and to view our latest blogs.